Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Tega. If you're new on this channel, welcome. And if you're a subscriber or returning, thanks so much for coming. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a beret. So let's get started. Grab your pattern paper and fold over like this. I'm gonna be cutting 2 circles together. So you want to fold over and you want to cut a square. Make a square where you have 12 inches on the length and 12 inches on the width. So you want to cross check you've got 12 inches and find the midpoint. Find the midpoint of the square. Make the marking. Cross check over there, make sure it's right. Start marking 6 inches all the way around. For a perfect circle, you might need a compass, but I'm just gonna draw mine with my free hand. Now grab your scissors and cut. You're gonna be cutting 2 pieces together. You should have 2 circles and we'll be working on one of it, and we'll be adding the edge circumference. Whatever your edge circumference is, you want to divide it by 6.28. So I'm working on 23 inches. So 23 inches divided by 6.28 will give me 3.66 inches. So I'm just going to approximate that to 3.7. So I'll be working on the 3.7 inches. Now I'm going to place my tape on the midpoint and start marking my 3.7 inches all the way around till it forms a circle. Instead of marking all the way around, you can decide to fold your circle over. Fold it over, then fold it over again, and it's easy to cut your edge circumference. It's just like the way we cut the circle skirt. Exactly the same method. If you want your beret to be bigger in size, you can go up to 13 or 14, or you can even make it smaller than what I'm making. It's up to you the size of the beret you want. And for kids, definitely it's gonna be smaller in size. Now you want to make the marking. So 3.7 inches. I'm just marking all the way around there. Apart from what you're marking for the edge circumference, you will need your sewing allowance. You know, the seam allowance could be 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch. Once you've drafted out your curve, you want to add your seam allowance. It's up to you, either you add 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, depending if you're using a bias or you're not using a bias. Once you finish cutting, you should have something like this. Once you cut this on the fabric, you want to do a right side facing right side on your panel, and you want to stitch the wrong side. Stitch on the wrong side and also apply your bias if you want to apply your bias. So this is a form of a bias, right? You cut your bias, you fold it like that, then you fold it in again. If you have a pre-made bias, you can just go ahead and start stitching. Now next stage, you want to add your loop, the beret loop. And before you can do that, you have to go back to the midpoint of the other piece. You want to make a hole. You first make your marking, then grab a scissors or something sharp, make a hole in the middle, just poke it in because we'll be adding our loop, our beret loop. You're gonna make your loop almost the same method you've used for your bias, but the loop is gonna be smaller in size. Once you fold it over like that, you fold it again over. Also, you will need to stitch before you insert through the hole. Once the insertion is completed, you should have something like this. You're gonna make sure you secure with a stitch on the other side. Make sure you secure with a stitch firmly. If you haven't stitched all the way around on both pieces, you need to do that after inserting the loop. And that's it. This is a sample of what I've made. This is not a fabric. I've just cut that to show you what I've done. The beret should be like this. Then you can apply your bias all the way around. And if you're not using a bias, you can just stitch down with the allowance you've got. This is a very simple project. Anyone can do this. Even a beginner in sewing can do this. The best fabric to use for this project are wool, felt, velvet, and corduroy. If you can pull it off in any other fabric, you can go ahead and do that. Now we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, look after yourself and bye for now.